If you average out the View hosts, among the dumbest people on television.
Sonny's dumb. Certainly not the brightest person. And what she just said just doesn't make any sense. It's just like so silly to say. It's not a well thought out. It's like if you had an idea for a premise and it was totally baked and half baked and you went on stage with it and it's nothing
Just
there.
go for it. Yeah,
there's nothing there.
I mean, Pat, you're married. Tom, you're married. If your husband's doing something, if he's allegedly doing something like this, you guys would know if your wives were up to some nefarious stuff. But let's just not forget who she is. She's been, for years, lecturing America about morality, inequality, systemic failures, and look at her track record. How many times does she have to go on in the past 2 months and look at the camera and do a legal apology for all the stuff that...
Lately, Sunny Hostin's name has been trending, but not for her usual fiery debates on The View. This time, it's her husband, Dr. Emmanuel Hostin, who's caught in the headlines. Reports allege that his orthopedic and sports medicine practice is tangled in a sweeping insurance fraud case. At the center are accusations of kickbacks and shady dealings. And here's the kicker. This enormous RICO lawsuit lists nearly 180 defendants. That's not just another courtroom drama, it's a legal blockbuster. And if you want to keep up with every twist in this unfolding story that feels straight out of Hollywood, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe.
I agree with mostly everything that's been said. I mean, we know that, only about 31% of Americans trust our healthcare system. We have a terrible healthcare system. And, doctors suffer because of big corporations as well. Doctors that want to do good, like my husband, operates on someone even though they don't have insurance and then has to sue health insurance companies to get paid for the work that he's been trained his whole life to do.
Let's break it down. The RICO Act was originally designed to take down mob bosses and organized crime syndicates. But here's the unexpected twist. This time, the spotlight isn't on gangsters from the underworld. Instead, it's aimed at doctors, surgeons, and medical groups. Think of it as a courtroom saga that feels less like Goodfellas and more like Grey's Anatomy, only with fraud replacing the drama. The lawsuit claims that Dr. Hostin and several others were part of a scheme that abused the healthcare system. Allegedly, they accepted payments for surgeries that weren't truly necessary and billed insurance companies for treatments that may never have even happened. Imagine a patient being wheeled into surgery, the insurance company footing the bill, and the hospital pocketing cash as though it were chips in a high-stakes poker match.
I want a citizen that has a policy. I mean, I'm not saying that Joe Rogan should be removed from Spotify. He's got 11 million listeners. He's got $100 million, contract as of 2020. But I do think as the podcast platform, you have to have some sort of guidelines. How about a disclaimer on his podcast that says, this is misinformation? How about removing some of the podcasts that disseminate this misinformation?
They have.
And that's
Here's where things get intense. According to the lawsuit, Dr. Hostin was allegedly paid for carrying out or even promoting arthroscopic surgeries, the kind of minimally invasive procedures often done on joints like knees and shoulders. On the surface, these operations might not seem especially dramatic, but the complaint insists that many were completely unnecessary. That raises a disturbing question. Were these patients truly in need of surgery, or were they caught up in a money-making scheme? If the allegations hold, this could go down as one of the most shocking betrayals in modern medicine, rivaling scandals usually reserved for soap operas. Think about it. Trusting your doctor with your health, only to find out they may have been treating your body like a bank account. That sort of betrayal cuts deeper than any incision, and the fallout would be devastating.
Always the people that always do the pointing, and it always comes back to them, all right? So when you said this is the largest RICO case ever filed in the state of New York, you guys wrap that around your brain. That's bigger than the mafia case. Like the mafia one was number one. This one takes it over. So he was scamming insurance companies from taxi drivers, Uber drivers, and Lyft drivers. He was performing unnecessary surgeries and then providing fraudulent medical services in exchange for the...
But there's more to unpack from American Transit Insurance. Let's be honest. Insurance companies aren't exactly known for their spotless reputations. They've faced accusations of underpaying doctors, denying legitimate claims, and dodging payments whenever possible. The key question then is whether this lawsuit is genuinely uncovering a massive healthcare fraud, or if it's just a last-ditch attempt to pin blame on a company teetering on the edge of bankruptcy. According to the plaintiff, many of the procedures in question were unnecessary or didn't even happen, resulting in millions of dollars being siphoned from the system. It's a bit like buying stocks only to find you received a block of tofu instead of the shares you paid for.
According to a new lawsuit obtained by Page Six, the orthopedic surgeon was one of 200 defendants named in one of the biggest racketeer influence and corrupt organization cases ever filed in New York. Emmanuel was accused of federal insurance fraud and, quote, getting kickbacks by performing surgery and billing a company that insured taxi companies and Uber and Lyft drivers.
Daniel Thwaites, Sonny Hostin's attorney, didn't hold back. He painted the lawsuit as a desperate maneuver by a financially struggling company, casting them as the real villains while defending his client. Turning the tables on the accuser is a classic courtroom tactic, and it has certainly added another layer of drama to an already intense legal saga. The story didn't stay confined to the courtroom. On his podcast, Joe Rogan weighed in, unreservedly criticizing what he saw as glaring hypocrisy. Rogan, a vocal media critic, highlighted that while Sonny may have been aware of her husband's questionable actions, she had long mocked others from a position of assumed moral authority. He then leveled a broader critique at The View, claiming that even if you average the host's IQ scores, it would be a challenge to make a lasting impression. Fans of the podcast, of course, relished the commentary, reveling in Rogan's pointed observations, even if they were blunt and unflattering.
I saw you on The View.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's been overwhelming my past couple days. So I just went in there, did my thing. I had no idea what to expect. I didn't know who Sonny Hostin was. I actually still really don't know. So I wasn't expecting necessarily for her to kind of try to ambush me in that way and attack my character in that way.
Well, it is the show that people love to hate.
Yes, that's true. That's true.
They get so much hate watching viral clips of them saying ridiculous things. I mean,
Yeah.
it is a rabies-infested henhouse.
Sonny has curiously stayed quiet while Dr. Hostin fights to clear his name in court. Considering how often she dominates controversy on The View, her silence on her husband's legal troubles raises questions. Is she trying to distance herself from the case, or is she simply waiting for legal counsel before speaking? Some fans wonder if she's avoiding being dragged into the storm herself, while others think she's carefully protecting her own public image. Regardless, the quiet is deafening. If the allegations against Dr. Hostin are confirmed, this could become one of the largest medical fraud cases in history, exposing a sprawling network of individuals allegedly exploiting the healthcare system for millions of dollars. Dr. Hostin is just one of 180 defendants, including hospitals, medical practices, and fellow doctors. In a scenario that feels ripped from a high-stakes heist film, these players aren't robbing banks. They're allegedly siphoning insurance payments, turning the healthcare system into their target.
Her husband accused of committing federal insurance fraud in a lawsuit. Okay, now let's read this. Rob, is this a video?
Well, I have this. I'll show you this about.
Let me just read this and I'll come to you. So, Dr. Emmanuel Manny Hostin, an orthopedic surgeon and husband of The View co-host Sonny Hostin, is accused in December lawsuit fraudulently billing insurance. By the way, this is a Daily Caller story I'm reading. The lawsuit alleges Hostin knowingly provided fraudulent medical and other healthcare services in exchange for kickbacks and or compensation, and names him among nearly 200 defendants in one of New York's largest RICO cases. Wow. Hostin's attorney, Daniel Thwaites, denies the allegations, calling the lawsuit a meritless attempt by a near-bankrupt insurance carrier to intimidate doctors and restrict healthcare benefits. The case involves claims that Hostin performs unnecessary surgeries on patients after minor accidents without exploring less invasive treatments, with American Transit citing New York's 1974 no-fault law as contributing to widespread.
A far more pressing question emerges from all of this. How much can we truly trust the healthcare system when money appears to outweigh patient care? From Dr. Hostin's alleged participation in unnecessary surgeries to claims that insurance companies may have been complicit or negligent, the foundation of trust in medical institutions is under scrutiny. Patients should be able to walk into a doctor's office with confidence, not worry that their treatment is part of a financial game. This case isn't just about one doctor or one insurance company. It's about a network of 180 defendants, including hospitals, medical practices, and other doctors, all allegedly involved in schemes to extract millions from the system. If these allegations hold true, the scale of the deception could rival the wildest heist movies, with insurance payments, not bank vaults, as the prize. And if the ADA or other authorities are using this lawsuit as a smokescreen to cover their own financial troubles, the problem only deepens, further shaking public confidence. While Dr. Hostin has not been found guilty, and these remain claims for now, the judicial battle promises to be a spectacle. Viewers have already seen how silence, selective outrage, and media attention can shape perception, whether on The View, podcasts, or social media. For the rest of us, all we can do is settle in, grab some popcorn, and watch the drama unfold, attempting to separate fact from fiction as both sides prepare for a heated courtroom showdown. No matter the verdict, this case has already exposed uncomfortable truths about the healthcare and insurance industries, raising questions that extend far beyond a single lawsuit. For those following along, stay tuned. Updates will continue here. And if you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to like and subscribe so you won't miss the next installment. I'll see you in the next one.